It looks like the drivers are getting all set. Again, 20 laps, heavy damage. Racing mediums are required. 2 joker laps. They cannot be done at the same time, nor can they be done on lap 1, an out lap, or the final lap. So we will do our best to keep track, but it is very difficult. But the drivers are lined up. We have 11 drivers on the grid. Sheldologist is going to lead the way. It is wet out there. There's the lights out, and go, go, go. And look at that jump off the line from Shaggy and Pyro. Really rough start from Sheldologist. I wonder if the other 2 drivers use traction control, because Shaggy and Pyro, clearly Shaggy does have traction control, and we can see it right there. Coming through here, it looks like all the drivers are keeping it clean. Further back, a little side-by-side action, but so far, so good. Sheldologist being the driver to lose out.
Yeah, man. I don't know. If maybe the other guys took off in second. I mean, traction control definitely helped, and if Shell didn't have it on in the rain, that's kind of crazy. But some people are purists. I don't know that the 430 had traction control. Did it?
Say, I know my Mazda.
Questions for Ferrari owners. No? Nice. My E30 doesn't, but it needs a motor for me to experience that. I did recently pick up a Crown Vic though, and it has no traction control and an open diff and dry rotted tires, so one wheel peels are the name of the game.
There we go. That's always fun. Slip there. McNaughty and P8 well in the draft. Rowdy Burns
already.
1 second penalty already. I bet that was on that fast right-hander as the drivers are coming down. Shaggy Doo maintaining the lead up front. See if Josh Moment can get out of last place. What in the world is Moment doing?
Whoa.
Look at those tires. He is starting on softs. Will he be able to get
Josh
this
in the
thing
back.
slowed down?
So is Joshua W in 11th place on softs.
Wow. He is a brave man, so that would make sense him to drop back there at the start. This might be the race that Josh doesn't win as, oh no! How many times?
Shaggy.
How many times? We should play a drinking game. Look at all those drivers going deep, and oh no, Slick gets sideways.
No.
Slick gets sideways.
How did that one happen?
Back. Slick is currently in P10 as we see Shaggy go deep. Oh, as he rejoins, Slick runs deep, and he just gets sideways, gets a little contact from McNaughty, but that was due to the unsafe rejoin. And pure chaos on last one. We have a shakeup. Sheldologist back up into the lead.
How? Oh, wait, that was Shaggy went off, right. Shell, okay. Oh, no, he's going around. Yep.
And there goes Pyro.
Through. There's Pyro. I thought he was going to go all the way around, just a flat. This is chaotic.
Absolute chaos. All drivers on the mediums except for Josh Bowman. He's up into P8. You see Pyro losing it there, just going too deep. A bit of contact, but not too much. And it looks like Jersey is slowing up there for him. Some big sports on Jersey. But wow, amazing Josh Bowman, able to keep in touch. He's only 11 seconds off the leader on the soft.
I was just about to say, I was like, do you know who's not in last place? The guy on softs. It's crazy.
The guy on soft. So this is going to save him. I mean, he will have to pit for the mediums, but I mean, he can do a full stint on these softs and then pit for mediums and be done.
Yeah. I think he understood. The track is drying. Look at that. That's a dry line right there.
That is a dry line. And I will say Josh is on controller, and we do know that it is a bit easier to catch the car on controller versus wheel, so that will play to his advantage. Sheldologist leading the way, about to finish lap 1. We do have 20 laps here. Pyro with the half-second penalty. McNaughty up into P5, so he took advantage of that chaos at the end of the long straight, able to move up. Yep, he left to pass you in 9th, and I do believe Slick has front bumper damage that will affect his aero and his straight line speed.
Yeah, which is the worst thing to have happen to you here. So I don't know, maybe he can mitigate it. Maybe he can get tuck into somebody's slipstream or something. But I don't know if he's close by anyone to do that. But oh, he is. He's right behind Rowdy. So maybe if he can tuck in behind Rowdy, though they're side by side through Dunlop right now, he can get away with that extra downforce.
Indeed, you saw further back there, McNaughty has someone all over his bumper. That's PHG Jersey. So we'll see if they choose to work together here on the straight, or if they Jersey decides to pull out and go around. But we did see the straight line speed of that Alfa Romeo. I think it would be in his advantage to just stay tucked in there and use that slipstream and let the Alfa pull him on across.
Yeah, I want to report that Slick no longer has slip because he got in front of Rowdy, but somehow picked up a half-second penalty somewhere.
And we see Pyro going ahead and getting one of his jokers out of the way. Early on, maybe smart to do with a penalty because you're already on a slow lap, and you can see Fernando B. I did see him pick up that penalty right after the Dunlop sign there in the first sector. So Josh just kind of staying behind Fernando, using the slip, and we did hear Josh save some fuel in the last race. So this could also be a way for Josh to use some fuel, just staying behind Fernando, knowing he doesn't really need to overtake because that penalty is going to come into play.
Very true.
Slick going for that. He runs a bit wide, but keeps it together. We do see his blinker is on, so well done to Slick going ahead and getting the joker out of the way.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not how he wanted it to go. You're right. Look at all these penalties. Look at all these penalties up front. Shaggy and Shell going at it in front. P1 though. P1 and P2.
Well done. Shaggy getting the lead back from Sheldo. He took it at the beginning and then lost it, missing his braking point. Looks like Sheldo runs a bit wide, but is able to keep it together. We'll see if these Lambos try to play together. I do know Shaggy is at a slight disadvantage when it comes to fuel because he does drive in automatic, and that makes it impossible to short shift. So we'll see how that plays out for Shaggy. But we do know he's just alien quick, so sometimes that really doesn't matter.
Yeah, I've seen some fast automatic drivers. I do still think it hurts you, especially on tracks like this, in conditions like this, where playing around with the gearing really helps on acceleration and certainly on deceleration. You're coming out of Milan carrying, massive amounts of speed. You really want those downshifts to happen on time so you can get the engine braking you need to make Mulsanne corner. And I think that can be tough for drivers. You don't have the option of downshifting to first for a quick hey, let me really get this car woed up and turned around. It's pretty much always going to downshift you to second.
Yeah, and it looks like Josh Moment, as the track is drying out, already up to P6, making those racing stops work for him. I mean, I'm looking here, he's only 13 seconds off the leader, and him being on the softs and having a clear, dry line, I mean, it's going to be challenging to overtake because you do have to kind of go into the wet there, but I mean, it's going to be tough. Left to pass you going ahead and getting off the enters. He's far enough back. That track's going to be nice and dry. Fernando B and Rowdy Burns also coming in to get off the enters. It'll be interesting to see if they go to the softs or the mediums. I mean, looking like Slick also going into the pit. So the back drivers going for the undercut. But back up ahead, Sheldologist still applying the pressure to Shaggy.
Wow, look at those two go. Yeah, two Gallardos going at it together. Where's the nearest Ferrari? I'm not sure.
That would be Jersey in P5, and he is just behind McNaughty and not too far off our Sweat Nasty.
Interesting. All the folks who went in filled their tanks all the way up, except Rowdy. He went to 83%. So I guess he's just going to spread it across the two pit stops there.
And this is interesting. Look, Sheldo has his turn signal on. I was going to say it's interesting that Shaggy's to the right and Sheldo to the left, both using the wet line, but now it makes sense why Sheldo was to the left. He is taking his Joker lap, going to get that out of the way and rejoin the track. So he will be protected as he stays in the protection zone. It's going going to be up to McNaughty to get around safely. McNaughty does carry plenty of speed, also on those intermediate tires, and that's going to let Jersey through. But it does look like McNaughty has pulled a good gap on Jersey. They were much closer together. Josh Moment also getting ahead of Sheldologist back there. On board with PHG Pyro. Let's see what happens here. Pyro taking his Joker, still on the intermediate tires. You can see how wet the Joker lap is. Definitely going to be, for some of those drivers switching to slicks, wanting to wait a little longer.
That's two for him, yeah.
Yeah, Joker free for Pyro. So now he just has to focus on the race.
And he's going to get to do it on fast tires, too. So I guess good for him. You know what? I didn't take an...
Sheldo fell way back due to the Joker lap, yeah. He got overtaken by lots of drivers there for that Joker lap, allowing Nasty, McNaughty, and Jersey ahead. But thankfully, he was able to get back ahead of Josh. Initially, Josh had come ahead of him. Jersey now applying plenty of pressure to McNaughty here. And
it's P3.
This is going to be interesting how this plays out. We know how tricky this braking zone is coming up. And oh my goodness, Sheldo!
With the absolute overspeed. What was that? Who turned boost on?
Does he have nitrous that we don't know about?
He's got the nitrous installed.
That was insane. And look at Josh.
He literally drove around them like they were in reverse.
That Lamborghini's lower gears clearly has the pull. Yeah, it showing the acceleration from that Lambo. Definitely advantageous compared to the other cars. As Shaggy Do now diving into the pits on the intermediates. Nasty coming in as well. Shaggy was 71% fuel, not bad. 72% for Nasty. Josh Moment, again, starting on the soft, staying out there. And oh no, McNaughty picking up a half-second penalty. This is going to be Josh Moment in the lead. So, I mean, something we're used to seeing, of course.
That's unfortunate for sure. That's yeah.
Yeah, those
1.5. Wow.
Yeah, a 1.5 second pen for McNaughty, and I mean, I imagine he comes in this lap because with the track as dry as it is, those inners are just going to get tore up.
Oh, 100%. I mean, there's no question. It's super dry. I'm surprised he stayed out another lap, honestly, but maybe that's more to do with fuel or something like that.
Indeed, it'll be interesting. I mean, this is a hard race to practice. 20 laps here.
Yeah.
In these conditions. I mean, that's a lot of time to dedicate. And we see some drivers coming out of the pits here. I'm going to look through real quick. Sheldo came out on the soft. Shaggy on the mediums. Nasty on the mediums. Jersey on the mediums. Pyro on the mediums. Left to pass you on the mediums. Rowdy Byrne mediums. Fernando B racing softs. And Slick mediums. So a variety of tires as McNaughty now currently in P2 with the 1.5 second penalty, taking the Joker lap. Still on the inters, and you can see how wet it is out there, so he had no issues with that Joker lap.
No, that might have been his first one, too. I'm just given how he's gone up the order. Yeah. Shame about the penalty.
Indeed. But, I mean, Shaggy and them are a good ways off of McNaughty and Josh. They got a ways to go, but of course, pit stop for McNaughty for sure. At some point, Josh will have to pit for the mediums. Because again, the mediums are required as Jersey's going for his. But he's also on an out lap. We are not supposed to do Jokers on the out lap either, so that's a bit of an issue.
It was.
He had it on, so that'll
that
be a
feels like he
decision for
wasn't
the
even.
stewards later. I mean, he lost a lot of time.
He did, and it felt like a last-minute decision because there's nothing there that looked like he did really good braking. Ooh, Shelly.
Ooh, and Sheldal just, I mean, how many times have we seen it tonight? 8, 9, 10? I mean, I don't know if I can count that high with my shoes on.
At this point, I feel like we might have been a little unfair to Indy because we called Indy out is being really evil, but I think Mulsanne is taking out more people.
Indeed. Indeed. Yeah. Maybe they were jealous. They're like, hey, we got the same mom. I can do this too. Naughty, still with the turn signal on, he will need to turn that off.
That means the joke is always on you. No?
Indeed.
Nobody? Okay. Alright. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll just keep my jokes to myself.
Coming in here, we got a replay. And looks like... Oh my goodness. I mean, that...
Indy! Right as I tried to be like, maybe Indy's not so bad, bro. Like, why would you... Come on, Indy. Like, read the room. We were almost on your side. We were almost on your side. You know what I didn't get an analysis of in the last race? Who did better based on when they took their jokers? In the wet or in the dry? I forgot.
It was hard to tell. It was really hard to tell.
There was a lot going on. McNaughty, please pit. Them tires are screaming. They want to be let go. They want to be recycled. There you go. Yeah, turn those into Midas or whoever. NTB.
Still with 65% fuel left, so that'll give Shaggy back P2. Josh Moment still in the lead. Here comes Sheldo. And not too far behind is Nasty. Josh Moment currently with the fastest lap of a 3:45.145.
He is flying.
I mean, he's 26, almost 27 seconds ahead of the rest of the group.
Insane. Insane. I think McNaughty's the last person who needs to pit. No, it's Josh. Yeah, it's Josh Moment still needs to pit.
But wow. I mean, based on tire wear and what we've seen, I think everybody's going to have to pit a second time. I don't see how they make mediums last that long.
Jersey's in the pit for damage. He's got plenty of fuel and those tires are fresh, so I imagine he might top off in addition to fixing the damage, but he's got to take an extra pit stop. I think he's the first one for damage. That's a shame.
Yeah, Josh is all alone up there. He's just got to stay focused.
Damage fixed only, no fuel.
No fuel, so he just got popped in, fixed the damage, and is on his way. Driver's going all the way through here, carrying as much speed as possible. Really, the grid's kind of spread out a bit.
Well, we got P5.
And P9. There we go. P5 and P6. Purple sector there from Pyro. Rowdy Burns, 9 seconds behind. Looks like he's got his blinker on and will be taking that Joker. Joker has dried out quite a bit. Looks like no issues there. He's going to rejoin P9.
Moisture meter low. Low moisture. Less moist, if you will.
Less moist.
I love that you go in on the enunciation of the S and the T together, which really, it makes the word. You know what I mean? It makes the word.
If you're going to do it right.
And you are a gentleman and a scholar because you are doing it right. We appreciate men like you. You're very, very welcome.
And look at that exit from the Lambo. Just easily.
Bye! That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Bye!
He went right to pass left and got right on by. Pyro up to P5.
I think the speed differential they've caught, it's lessened, but he was pulling away from him for a good bit. That thing was still pulling.
Yeah.
Look at the gap. It's way more than it was when he was behind, for sure.
2-second penalty for Josh. That seemed kind of harsh there. But
yeah, I wonder.
I mean, he's 23, almost 24 seconds ahead, so I think he's going to be all right.
He's got a pit, which he's not doing again. Okay. Well, he started on the softs, so I guess his tires have been lasting. They're almost gone, but yeah, wow, that has really worked out well for him. Pit delta's quite a bit longer, but he'll come out really far ahead.
Yeah, he really will. Now the difference will be if these drivers on the mediums decide to pit for the soft tires at the end, then there'll be the offset and tire compound. Josh being on the mediums.
That's right. But let me think. How many pit stops are we going to need from them? They're pitting basically lap 4, every 4 laps, I think, for most people. So we'll have opportunities to see perhaps a medium soft.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
Come on, guys. Yeah.
For sure, because yeah, if they're using a quarter tank a lap, essentially, good save there from Pyro.
Flood, who's the Joker in the pack? TKs and I equally are taking on Joker duties. Okay, we both have on our dunce hats. We will be the class clowns for tonight.
And we have a whole lot of duties.
Yeah, we do.
Nailed it. Not to mention Nasty in the booty sweatmobile. So, I mean, we got it all here. We got it all.
It's a great evening for you.
Ooh, man, Josh Moment. Still with that 2-second penalty, and his tires are looking worse for wear, as they say. Perhaps this is when we see him come in.
Maybe. I want to say Pyro quietly, I mean, outside of absolutely demolishing Jersey there, Pyro keeps setting purples. Hasn't had a fastest lap yet, but he's setting purple sectors.
Yeah, those sector times are such a big track, it's hard to put a whole lap together.
It really is. It really is. Yeah, it's so hard to really gauge who's quick and who's not because this track does have so many features. It is a ridiculous high-speed track, but it also has these incredibly technical corners. None of them are the same. They're not just like jokes like ha ha tee hee. They put a little corner here just to say they have a corner. Like they're serious corners that you got to know how to take to be quick. It's almost impossible.
And I mean, one thing, as we just saw Fernando take that Joker lap, I've been really impressed with the drivers getting the car, aside from what we saw from Jersey earlier on. I mean, everybody's getting the car slowed down for those chicanes. It's so different when you're on this straight. You got to realize you got to slow it way down. There's nothing there to tell you to slow down. And something, Rowdy Burns now taking his Joker. I mean, you saw how early he got the car slowed down there. So Rowdy Burns getting his Joker taken care of. Jersey also getting his Joker taken care of.
Yeah. That is, I believe that's Rowdy's second one. I think he's done. He took one on lap 5, I believe. So just back to back for him.
Fernando looks like he went deep there. Not the first time we've seen it. Something interesting.
So many people going deep. What?
Josh must be clearly fuel saving because I mean we're on lap 6 and he hasn't pitted yet, so he's doing a really good job keeping his fuel going as we see. Fernando, I mean, good save from Fernando. He did get it slowed down. He didn't get in the kitty litter. It did let Slick get by him there, but impressed with Josh on the fuel. And Josh stays out again.
Yeah, he's got the gas.
How does he have half a tank of fuel?
He said he saved 3 tanks in the last race, which was only 9 laps.
The fuel consumption was more in the last race.
That's also true.
Yeah, it's 1x in the... Okay, so forget what we've been saying about a quarter tank a lap.
Forget it. Rowdy just had a moment. He's in the kitty litter in 11th place. I'm having trouble telling where he's at on the track. I think... Where is this?
It is...
Hold on, just after... Oh, it was Indy. Ha!
Surprise.
Why didn't I just guess that? Why didn't I just immediately accuse Indy?
Oh, and damage. Rear bumper and right rear tire.
Ouch. Man.
Now, Josh's front left, and when you think about the end of this lap, I mean, there's so much pressure on that front
yeah.
left.
And the Porsche curves. You said that he drives on a controller. and mentioned it's easier to catch, but I was gonna say, but the problem, his disadvantage will be tire wear.
Yep.
So he's gonna go 7 laps on these softs and basically kill them. I'd like to see how many laps everyone else is doing on the softs. Nobody's close to doing 7 yet, but we'll see.
I mean, Sheldo on the softs as well. Shaggy taking his Joker. As far as all these Joker races I've been a part of, I think this has been the best as far as people successfully taking the Joker lap without an issue.
So far, yeah. Part of that maybe because where you take it is such a wide piece of track. You know, you're entering, but essentially it's 4 lanes of traffic there. McNaughty doing pretty good since lap 7 already. I was gonna say McNaughty seems to be doing pretty well after those early lap. You know, just shaking it off, I guess.
Yeah, with a race this long, you really do have to shake it off because in the 9-lap race we had before this, I mean, so many position changes, so many driver errors, and they were able to come back at it. Slick taking his Joker lap. I think everybody's hoping Josh has a moment, if you will, there and allow everybody to catch back up.
That is Slick done with Joker laps as well, by the way. And Fernando has picked up another penalty. He had a half-second last lap, and he's got a 1-second penalty now.
Indeed, and P8, he just now P10, he just had a spin out. So Fernando really struggling out there. Just comes in here. Does he go for the Joker? Yeah, he's trying to do his Joker lap. And he just loses it under braking. Interesting.
Ouch.
Don't expect that. His tires are very worn, so that definitely could have had a factor.
Does that count as taking it? I guess it does count as taking it.
It does. And Josh with no front left into the pits. Now Shaggy Doo should take the lead here.
Go Shaggy. So Josh we've seen a lot of penalties. Not a lot of folks driving around with damage, which is nice. We do expect more rain later. I kind of forgot about that. There's 2 blocks of rain, right? And that's guaranteed?
I believe the rain was just at the beginning, if I remember
correctly. So just longer.
Yeah,
okay,
the first 2 blocks had rain.
Yeah. Got it. Okay, well then, yeah, folks are in pretty good shape as far as, you know, getting in a rhythm here.
Looks like Josh is going to come out P4.
Bad.
And have no penalties left unless Pyro is able to get by. It looks like Pyro is going to get by. VIP left to pass you just behind. No, Josh is coming out of the pits as we speak. Josh maintaining P4. Can Pyro get by? Josh leaves space. Pyro, though, losing it, trying to go around the outside. Oh, man, that is unfortunate. Josh hugging the inside, trying to stay out of the way. Looks like that just caught Pyro slightly off guard. Let's see this again. You can see Josh coming out of the pits. Obviously, there's nowhere for him to go. Looks like he even slows down.
He braked. He braked and he braked late.
Yeah, Pyro just lost it there. Unfortunate to see. So that does allow Josh to maintain a P4 position and allows McNaughty there to catch up to Pyro.
Wow. That was unfortunate right there, and not really all that necessary. It's not like Josh did anything wrong, just Pyro got it wrong, I guess. Maybe tried to stay to the outside for too long. It doesn't really work in that kink.
No, it does not. This track doesn't look like it has a bunch of camber or elevation, but it definitely does, especially in some of those high-speed corners. It really catch you up.
It does. Yeah, I mean, like we said, like it's old school. These are streets. They're not the smoothest paving. They undulate, and if they get repaved and they're slightly not right, they're probably not doing it again. You know, they're not gonna
Yeah.
go back over it
Yep.
like you would see at a real racetrack.
Yep. We see McNaughty's got his turn signal on. He's taking care of his final joker. He does cut it, but he slows down, gets back on the track, so I think that will count there as well. So McNaughty, P7, taking care of, I believe, both of his jokers now.
Yeah, that's the second one for him. I think, and maybe we just haven't seen it. I haven't seen, oh, there's Nasty. I was going to say I haven't seen Nasty take a joker. Though it might have happened off camera or something like that. That was Indy. Girl, Indy, it's back on top as the bad brother.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is tough. Oh, and that's damage. That's damage.
That went wrong for so long.
For so long.
You ever like crash and you're like, this? It's still happening to me. Why am I still crashing?
I put the brakes on left to pass you, doing the same thing there.
Indy
He's got the front right damage. He was chasing down Josh Moment here. And just unfortunately gets it wrong. So many drivers just getting it wrong here under braking. And that, I mean, I think that has to do with what we were talking about at the beginning, the suspension on these cars. When you have all that grip, you really have to be careful getting on the brakes. Shaggy setting the fastest lap. 341.5. That is incredible from Shaggy Deuster.
Wow, amazing. Yeah, it's tough, and that is a very quick. That sequence is evil for a lot of reasons. You are carrying a lot of speed down the, I think they call it the Indy Straight after Mulsanne. So you are going very fast there, and then you have a pretty sharp kink that also heads downhill, so there's an elevation change. The game doesn't do a great job showing it, but let's see this penalty here with Josh here, coming into the Ford chicanes maybe?
And you're just
just out wide and Porsche. Oh, it holds it out there. Yeah.
That's where they're getting that 2-second penalty. That's brutal. They're really punishing you, but I guess you do have that advantage. Like, if you didn't, that is a faster way to take that turn. So, I guess that is rightly so to get this.
There is a ton of room there. Left to pass you, not going to pit for that damage. I guess he doesn't have to. He's going to pit again for fuel or something maybe, but he's only got he's at half a tank right now. He's not going to need to fuel up anytime soon.
As we're on, this is what, lap 9 now of 20, so almost to that halfway point. And that's something that killed me in the last Joker race at Interlagos in Brazil. Was I ended up picking up damage well before my Sheldologist gets passed there by Nasty early on, and I decided to stay out until I stayed out for too long, and then had to bite the bullet and pit anyways. So had I just pit right away, you know, it would have been better for me, but it is tough. I do appreciate heavy damage. The NRL, another league that uses heavy damage. And, I think that needs to get used more in the dailies and the World Series and stuff, because it'll help clean up the driving. Yes, it is frustrating when it's not your fault, but also, you know, that's racing.
You know, I will continue to say this. Some of you who played GT Sport may remember that there was like a month or something like that where they experimented with this crazy penalty system. I mean, like, you were like whispering to someone's mirror and they were like, that's 5 seconds. 10-second penalties were absolutely the norm in daily races. Yeah, for contact, anything. And like, it only took a week or two before them races got super clean. Now, it did suck because that penalty, whether it was your fault or not, you were getting the penalty. But it really scared everyone away from rubbing and touching. Certainly nobody was punting. It was excellent, and maybe it was terrible in the lower lobbies, but in like A+ and AS, it created some really good racing, and I was sad when they took it away. But it could, I could have it could be an unpopular opinion.
No, I agree 100%, but most of my opinions are unpopular, so. There's that. Rowdy Burns went into the pits and came out on the medium, so Rowdy Burns currently in P11. Full tank of gas, he should be good to until the end of the race. Shaggy Doo currently leading, big gap there on the racing mediums, just under half a tank, so I imagine he'll at least have to come in for fuel.
Yep. Sheldologist, who's on worn softs, just passed Nasty on his fairly new mediums in the Porsche curves, the same way we saw Shaggy do them other Ferraris a few laps ago. Like, I thought for a second that Nasty was in a Ferrari. I had to double check.
And they both had damage. Sheldo just diving into the pits. He had damage on one of his front wheels.
Did we see how that happened?
Yeah, only 17% fuel left, so he's going to fill up for the end of the race. We're almost at that halfway point. Pyro, also another driver with damage, has Josh Mullet behind him. Josh was in P4 at one point, so something must have happened there for Josh to fall back behind Pyro. Could have just been that monster acceleration out of the Lambo.
Yeah, Pyro completely spun himself trying to get around Josh 2 laps ago right here. So yeah, to see him back in front of Josh is incredible, and I think he even picked up a penalty for that, maybe? Yes.
Josh will not need to pit again. He's got plenty of fuel, and those mediums should take him to the end. So Josh, the only one to start on racing tires at the start of this race, is looking like a bit of a genius. I don't want to speak too early, but it's looking good for him.
Genius. You hear that, Josh?
Genius.
Wow. That's strong.
When it comes to Gran Turismo, I'm not talking about like life. No offense, Josh. As we see Shaggy Doo getting his Joker out of the way here. Shaggy waiting till much later in the race to do his Joker laps.
That's his second one. He did his first one back on lap 7, so I guess just a few laps ago.
I mean, look at those gaps. 27, almost 28 seconds between Nasty and Shaggy, and then 30 seconds between Nasty and Pyro. So even with that damage, Nasty's looking pretty good. But again, Pyro also with damage. And no, I was going to say, does Josh have damage? No, he does not. So Josh is good.
How did Pyro get damage? Oh, I guess from the spin. Duh.
From that spin, yeah.
Yeah. Nasty's in second place, though, is not what I expected, but I think, I mean, fuel-wise, it's not looking bad, but certainly he doesn't have enough to go to the end.
Right. It's gonna be a real challenge. I mean,
sure, he's got a 1.5 second pen in P6, by the way. Sheldologist is going to take it from him. He's going to be easy money once he serves it, at least. Well, actually, it's going to be easy money anyway, because in the Lambo versus the Ferrari, we've seen how the Lambo has done the Ferrari in the past. It's pretty terrible, and hopefully we don't show it on camera again, because it's very graphic.
Well, you can see here the Pyro, even with the damage, pulling away from Josh. I mean, Josh was all over his bumper going into that hairpin, and you can just see how quickly Pyro has pulled away. Now it's time for the long legs of the Alfa Romeo to try to reel him back in, and McNaughty's hoping for a battle ahead so he can join the fight.
He doesn't need one. They're coming up to the great equalizer, the bad brother. What? No claims?
No claims there.
Wow.
And unfortunately, we had a disconnect from our very own PhD Rowdy Burns.
Oh, man.
We wish you the best, sir. Oh, yeah, VIP. We have a PhD Rowdy. That was VIP Rowdy Burns. There we go.
Oh, that's confusing. I thought they were the same person until this moment.
Exactly.
Okay. Exactly. And Shell around Jersey, of course, as expected, before Jersey even has to serve that penalty. That Lambo is crazy. How did no one take it last race? We thought it was trash. I was like, oh, Lambo gotta be trash. Nobody took that. What?
Yeah, Lambo. It looks like a handful, though. I mean, Pyro has drifted most of the corners.
Fair. Yes.
So it doesn't seem to be the most planted, but it does look like a lot of fun.
And for not being the most planted, I don't think we've seen as many Lambo incidents as we've seen Alpha or others, have we?
Right. No, not really. It's mostly been, you know, the braking. Pyro almost out of fuel, 8%. There on the mediums. The softs probably won't make it to the end. So, where do you? Yeah.
Well, we're only halfway through the race.
On the mediums, yeah.
We're only halfway. It feels like it's much later in the race, but it's such a long lap around here that I didn't realize we literally just passed the halfway mark, basically.
Some of these drivers are living on a prayer. You know, they're halfway there. Oh, indeed. And it looks like Josh and McNaughty now duking it out. McNaughty has caught up to Josh. McNaughty on well-worn mediums compared to Josh's mediums, but does have less fuel, so a little bit lighter of a car.
Yeah, I like this. Can somebody both wagging the tail at each other? Friends, of course. Can we do a Julia League? Like yeah, 5 strong races.
I'm liking it, but on sports softs,
of course, naturally. Mediums, even. Don't listen. I'll get my life. I'll be very happy.
And look at McNaughty. I mean, just on his bumper. It looks like he's gonna just be happy to stay there. Over 200 miles an hour, wow. 205 miles an hour. That is blistering fast.
Do I need to buy one of these? Like a sketchy one on Facebook Marketplace or something? Like, I don't need it to last. I just want to hit 205.
I think you do.
Wow.
Sheldologist, I mean, just moving along by himself, showing that Lamborghini's power. Getting close to that 200-mile-an-hour mark. Jersey, 195. It seems like that's about as fast as that Ferrari can go.
Yep, that was it. And as I recall, seeing Jersey previously, I believe that is gear limited. I don't think that's an aero thing. I think he's almost at the limiter at that speed. So if tuning was allowed and you could lengthen those gears a little bit, so you could probably do more.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you could stretch that quite a bit.
Yep. So Pyro came out on the softs, and he's about to come up on Mulsanne corner. So like the first real test of how that Lambo's going to handle those soft tires, because he said he was drifting all over the place on the mediums. Now we're going to have that grip and body roll. Is that left to pass you taking his joker?
That is VIP left to pass you, getting that joker out of the way. NP9.
Might be his first one. I don't have another one recorded.
Yeah, I cannot recall. Pyro, I mean, yeah, same here. Gear limited, not able to push past that 194 mark on his own, and he gets it slowed down. Very nice. Looks like he had plenty of grip there. Handled the braking just fine.
Yep.
Pyro looking good on those softs. Oh, Slick with a 1.5 second penalty.
Oh, Slick, that's rough.
Coming through here, looking okay. Jersey well on his own.
Yeah.
What was that?
Sorry, I was saying you served the penalty in such a bad place here. Yep, Pyro's around in Indy. Yeah, you served the penalty in such a bad place here. Pyro's all the way around in Indy, by the way. That was a full spin.
In P8. Oh.
In P8, yeah.
So, another victim.
Another victim. I was like, how is this thing gonna act with all that weight transfer in that sequence of corners with these fresh softs? Decent on the braking, but as soon as he really got on those brakes, that back end came around. Yep. It dives. The car dives on the front, and then the back end is like, I'm heavy. I'm coming to the front now.
Well, you could even see it. There's a little bit of a bump there. You saw the car almost lift up a little bit in the rear.
Yes.
And then, that lack of grip right there just spins it around. Shaggy Doo with almost a 30-second lead. Looks like he will have to pit, though, for fuel and tires.
30 seconds is a good place to be, though, and I'm pretty sure Nasty owes a pit stop. Yep. And that's a half-second pen. Yeah.
And damage. So, I mean, Shaggy's really over a minute from Josh Mullen.
Wow.
As McNaughty continues to just stay tucked in, happy to let Josh tow him along.
Yeah,
they realize it's better to do that than to fight, because, I mean, potentially with the pit stops ahead, mean, these guys are fighting for podium, if not the win of this race.
And there's still so much more race to go. There's, you know, fighting now is great, but it doesn't guarantee you anything unless you're behind someone who just really doesn't have the pace.
Really does not. And Papa in the chat, I sang to Salamander yesterday on his actual birthday, so we just wished him a happy birthday today. I'm saving him the embarrassment.
I sang a little bit. I gave him the Stevie Wonder. I was like, happy birthday to you, but very quietly. Very quietly.
Very quietly.
Pyro, what can we do? Man, that those corners are catching people out so badly. We're not really seeing issues anywhere else. Penalties, I think people are picking up pretty common penalties in places, but as far as crashing, it's the twins. We're gonna call them twins. It's the twins. Yeah, one of them goes right and the other one goes left, and they both hate you. Actually, no, the other one goes right then left. It's really just awful.
Some would call them rude.
I think they are very rude. Like, honestly, who raised y'all?
Exactly. And further back, P3 and P4, McNaughty just got by on the straight of Josh Moment, so finally taking his moment to get by him here. Let's see if we can see it. You can see he's tucked into the slip as they come into the treacherous part of the twins, but he even gets it done well before. So maybe Josh doing a little bit of fuel saving, deciding he's tired of punching a hole in the air. We'll see how they do, them being a minute off Shaggy. Shaggy in the pits, needing to refuel quite a bit to finish this race.
Tell you what, that Alpha is way more docile through that sequence of corners for the very same reason that it loses to the mid-engine cars on acceleration.
Indeed.
So honestly, I think just like being able to stay consistent is helpful, but that Lambo is so dominant as far as speed goes that if you could just keep it on track most of the time, you'll be all right. Like versus these Alphas, but the Alpha is a very safe choice, very drivable.
Yeah, I think the
Shaggy
Alphas are the safe choice, and yes, Shaggy do. P2 with a, what kind of gap is that there?
Shaggy doo-doo.
It's going to start coming down. It's currently showing 26, 21, 17. So coming down to Josh, but definitely up ahead there. Shaggy maintaining that P2.
He took another set of softs and basically filled up, or another set of mediums and filled up. I think that's last for him. I think that's the last pit for him.
Yeah, I think he doesn't want to risk having heavily worn tires there at the end, as we see Nasty running low on fuel. Jersey coming in low on fuel as well. We'll see what Jersey decides to do. But McNaughty, I don't know what happened to McNaughty in P3, but he picked up a 3-second penalty there in that first sector. I can't imagine what he could have done.
I can't either.
He's already got it. Yep. That's a big penalty.
I don't really know what you can do there to get that unless you just completely cut Dunlop, maybe?
Yeah, that's brutal. And Sheldo only 1.3, 1.2 seconds now behind. In the Lambo, you see the power of the Lamborghini. He's going to be well in the slip by the end of the straight. Got a good shakeup here. Nasty again was in the lead. Does have a good bit of damage. Will need to pit for fuel. Should give Shaggy the lead back. Josh Moment in the slipstream of McNaughty.
Gosh, I was gonna say something before we saw McNaughty's damage. What was it? It was so important. Thick.
We were talking about.
Does it count as cussing if you make it safe with an E? Sorry, we were talking about what?
We were talking about the car choices. But,
no, it was Shaggy last pitted on lap 3, then 13. So the medium will give you 10 laps. So that's all. That's all I wanted to say.
And we can see here McNaughty falling victim to twin number 1. He's going too deep here We've seen it time and time again, unable to get the car slowed down with those worn tires.
And yet still so peaceful in comparison to what we've seen happen to the Lambos and the Ferraris there.
Indeed. I mean, it's a four-door saloon, and Sheldo up the inside of Josh Moment. Josh Moment, not napping there, and Sheldo showing Indy who's boss.
Great.
Very nice move from Sheldologist. We haven't seen that tonight
at all. Nobody has attempted to pass in Indy.
Take us through this, Tati.
So here he is, closing in on Josh. He does slow down earlier for the kink for him just to set himself up really well for the corner. I don't know if he meant to go inside. I think he just saw the opportunity. Josh kind of missed the apex there, went out a bit wide. And Shell was like, I'm going to go ahead and dive in and do it. I've got this car settled. We're going straight. And it worked out. Well done.
That was very impressive. Nasty, only 1% of fuel left. He's in the pits. This should give Shaggy the lead back.
I cannot stop singing. I've been a nasty girl in my head whenever I see Nasty.
Well, you're more than welcome to sing it.
I just want to know if somebody's gonna match my freak.
Oh yeah.
Man. Oh. Yeah.
In Shaggy Doo being the new leader. And I mean, he could take this home. Yeah, he could take this home. Sheldologist so now getting ahead of Nasty. McNaughty in the pits. Josh Moment now up into P3. And we're starting to see that tire wear there on Josh Moment. He's going to be well worn by the end of this race. He is going for the one stop. It's going to be tight for Mr. Moment. You know, we got 7 laps left. He's got about half a tank of fuel, and I don't know that the tires make it that long.
Well,
he did run the tires all the way down.
He did, and like on lap 6, he was still out and did not pit on the softs.
True.
So I think he's going to be just fine on the mediums.
Be interested to see what McNaughty comes out on as he's refueling right now. Josh with a half-second penalty. McNaughty comes out on the softs. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. We'll see if he can make up some ground.
What's going to be the deal with Jersey and that Joker? Is he going to have to try it again, or?
That's a great question. That's a post-race issue.
You're right.
Looks like McNaughty, I mean... So, according to the regulations, you have to complete half the Joker for it to count, and he did not do that, so I would imagine he needs to do it again. Otherwise, that is up for penalization.
Penalization? Huh? Penalization, guys. Ooh, slick pits and comes out on the soft for those last 6 laps. So he gonna come out trying to battle for sure.
Pyro
Fernando, a 1-second penalty. What'd you say?
Oh, Pyro and McNaughty are both on softs, but McNaughty's are a bit fresher.
What did Nasty come
got?
Mediums.
On the mediums, yes. And penalties have been brutal this race as we see Josh with that half-second pen.
Yeah, like outside of Shaggy and Sheldologist, like if you weren't crashing, you were getting a penalty. Oh, and Josh has done pretty well. I don't know that I've seen him with a penalty. And I don't think we've seen him crash either. Oh no, he did have a 2-second penalty at some point. Maybe another, but yeah.
Overall, he's had a really solid race, but there was a little incident there in the middle that caused him to drop back.
Overall, yes. Have we seen him take any Jokers?
Yes, he is taking care of his Jokers, if I can remember correctly.
Ah, okay.
But Nasty now, Josh serving his penalty. We'll see if the Lambo with that acceleration. I mean, look at that closing speed. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's over.
Can he get there before these turns? Josh going to go defensive a little bit here. But too little, too late.
Bye.
And Nasty goes flying by.
Nope.
Oh!
Well, and too much fly. A lot of fly.
Too much.
Pretty fly for a white guy. I don't know if Nasty's a white guy. Yeah, I wasn't sure how that was going to work out. I was like, he's definitely going to make this pass, but I think he's got a little too excited and carried the speed for too long.
Oof. And then tries to turn the, yeah. You can't turn the wheel. Can't turn the wheel under braking. Shaggy Dew with a almost 50-second lead on Josh Moore. 52 seconds on Nasty. 22 seconds on Sheldologist. Shaggy just really running away with this. If he can keep it together, Sheldo looking like he'll make it to the end as well. Half a tank of fuel, plenty of grip. We're on lap 15 of 20.
Shaggy Dew with that fastest lap of the 340 is like at least 2 seconds faster than pretty much everybody else's fastest lap that I can see.
Very impressive from these drivers. I was not expecting this, especially after the exhibition that we saw. This is kind of a completely different race.
Very different. Even with some of the same drivers, it's interesting. But I think that the new car definitely has added a different element to the race. Oh, Nasty goes purple there.
Early days in the lap.
Early days in the lap.
Oh. Brutal. Penalties everywhere.
Right, they just come right out of the corner or out of the penalty zone. It doesn't matter.
Look at that. He already's getting past Josh, but he's way abandoned Joker. Oh man, he's gonna need to do that again. Unfortunately.
How did that happen? I kind of missed the moment.
He was just way too late on the brakes. I think he was too caught up in getting past Josh. I mean, he should have been braking around here, and he didn't brake till here.
Yep. You know, I think that's the same kind of blindness that caused that crash a lap ago, coming into the Porsche curves. I think just very focused on getting to or ahead of the car ahead, and not focusing on his points, on his marks.
Indeed. Sheldo, I mean, he's looking great out here in the Lamborghini. Pretty quiet race so far. It was a little chaotic at the beginning. He lost that pole position off the line, but good on him to catch back up.
Good on him. That was kind of a big slide there. I think the game made it look a little mild, but you could hear it. A lot of tire there. A lot of tire chatter. Oh, McNaughty just went completely straight in Arnage to P5. P6. Sorry. 2 seconds.
Get a 2-second penalty on top.
I don't know if he got it from that or if he already had it. He already had it.
I mean, you just see it. It's like, you know you need to brake, but you don't put a brake too early, and then that happens.
Yep. From the angle, it looked like he was going fast enough to hit the wall, but it looks like the kitty litter saved him from that. But not the time penalty that he will have lost. On top of the 2 seconds, he's already got a certain moment here.
Man, this is such a long race. I struggle with these long races. My attention span isn't great. I get easily distracted, and I start thinking about other things, and then I completely miss my braking point.
Same.
and I think Sheldologist.
There's only 9 on track right now.
We must have. I can't think of who it was.
I believe so too. Josh Moment has a 1.5 second penalty.
Rowdy with Josh Moment?
Yeah, Josh with a 1 second penalty right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And Pyro with a half second. The penalties are starting to take their toll here as Pyro decides to go into the pits.
Coming towards the end of the race, you definitely don't want to be getting them now.
Interesting.
A handful.
They only give a half-second penalty for that, but we've seen. Oh, I guess it's the next turn that they fork out that 2 second.
That's right. Pyro, man. Oh yeah, it needs tires, I guess.
Yeah, he was on the soft, so I imagine he's going to come out with one more stint on the softs as well.
It's the only thing that makes sense, and he's already done his mediums for sure. So yeah. Coming towards the end here. As far as attention span goes, same. It is easier when there's racing happening, so there's something to talk about. But man, it becomes a slog, especially if like you're in the booth by yourself.
Oh yeah.
And there's no action on track. It gets so hard.
I see a turn signal. I think Nasty's gonna attempt it again. Will he get it slowed down this time? Looks like he put on the brakes at the appropriate time. There we go. Nasty still in P4. Not a bad place to be considering everything that's happened.
Not bad, and he can make it to the end. So anybody who's going to pass him has to pass him on merit. Yeah, those tires are rough. He made this off last somehow, but I guess part of it was the track was cooler. Maybe. Yep. From the wet, yeah, the damp.
I think science agrees.
Wow, me and science getting along?
It has to happen some point.
I'm gonna tell my 10th grade chemistry teacher. I'm gonna let her know I may not be able to balance this chemical equation, but science agrees.
Science agrees.
Seems to be no other action on the track right now. Oh, Shaggy, our leader, with just a half-second penalty. He'll be all right. He's leading the race by almost 30. But you know, penalties. We'll report it. Here it is. He's going through Porsche curves. Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
About to be lap 18 of 20. We're slowly getting to the end. Oh, no, it's lap 17 of 20. Shaggy's already up that far.
I'd love to try to, like, you just got to get a sense of how much rotation these drivers are using on that Lambo. Like you mentioned, Pyro sliding around. Shaggy also. I mean, they're just like, it's gonna oversteer anyway. So like, use it, and it's just kind of how they've been getting around this track. I'm shocked that their rears are okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. This would have never flown in a set of course of competizione. They would have been like, oh, you farted in the car, your tires have overheated. Should have gone down 1 PSI.
Nasty closing in, and it is looking like Josh may have to. I imagine he's just going to stay out and suffer. His pitting's going to lose him the podium for sure. He can hope Nasty makes a mistake.
That's all you can really hope for.
Yeah. No, I look at that. Look at that front left. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. Oh, Nasty drifting it through. Well caught, just like you were saying, Tati. They just kind of gotta chuck it and let the back end do its thing.
Yeah. I don't know if they want to chuck it that much. That was quite interesting. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought we were about to watch another indie moment. That's what it needs to be. When Tismbox does this, I would like him to announce every crash as another indie moment.
Every single one.
We need it. The people need it. They're asking for it. Don't you hear them?
Josh, 1.5 second. And with that tire wear, I don't see him holding on to this podium.
Yeah, no, not
Josh
1.5.
Undefeated in the Joker series. This might be his downfall. But we've seen Nasty miss his braking point coming in here on this long straight. So, Nasty, if you're listening, brake early.
brake early, but I think pass is done long before any corner, so I don't even think it's going to be a problem for him anymore. Not in this moment. But yes, Mulzon calleth. Oh, he's taking a shoulder. Josh! Josh! Man, he might win it. You never know. He might win it.
Wow.
That moment right there. I knew Nasty hadn't taken any jokers, or at least I haven't logged any, so that's the first one I'm logging. He
had
might
the one
have taken
that he
one
shot
that I didn't
past,
see.
and then he took it again. So that was his second.
Oh wait, that was you're right. You're so right.
He is good. Right. Yeah, Josh with those, especially those left tires. I don't know about that. Nasty looks good and has McNaughty there because of that joker lap, allowing McNaughty to catch back up.
Yeah, I'm saying McNaughty like quietly still P5. Like he's been solidly mid pack, but like the sharp end of mid pack. Left to pass you has a 1.5.
Yeah, when McNaughty was racing in Catalunya. Oh, and there goes Nasty.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness, Indy strikes again. Oh my goodness. Well, that gives McNaughty clear air.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Man, Nasty has not been having a good time with that. Oh.
Yeah, we'll see if Josh has to pit. I mean, that's going to open it up for McNaughty. Oh, that is unfortunate. McNaughty's just able to slide on by there. And there's Jersey in the background, not far.
You cannot be on the brakes in that corner in a mid-engine car. You just can't. You have to keep the weight on the back of the car, which means either braking super early, like we saw Shell do when he made that pass there. You brake very early so that you can hug the inside of the kink and have the best angle for Indy. Or you just got to be super brave. Just, oh, Josh in. Josh is in the pits. Or you have to be super brave. McNaughty will have to go 3 laps on these softs, so that is the thing. But I think he can do it. He's got a lot of clear air ahead and behind him, depending on where Josh comes out here. If Josh comes out very close to him, then he's going to have to fight it out, but I don't think he will, so I think he can just take it easy and save those softs and be kind to them. The other way to take Indy is probably not happening in street cars, but you have to be brave and just coast through the kink. Maybe you can lift, you don't have to stay on the gas, and then save all your braking for after the kink, but there's not much room there before you got to turn in for Indy.
No, it really isn't. It's such a challenge. Yeah. These drivers have been struggling as Nasty might get a pin for that little bit of a cut. Going over the pole lines. Drifting his way through. Keeping it safe and on the track. Lap 18 of 20.
Nasty's on a wheel, do you know?
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure. There's the second penalty for Pyro. Did he run a bit wide or did he cut a corner? Let's find out. He's good there. And I bet this right-hander here, he just goes a bit too far left as he was setting a purple sector, and sure enough, trying to carry as much speed as possible. It's running wide, picking up that pen.
Ooh, Jersey and Nasty going at it, P4 and P5.
All over the bumper. Lamborghini versus Ferrari, and there we go. Jersey pulls out, going alongside, and we know how dangerous it's about to get.
I'd be careful.
Nasty broke early, got a little swirly. He lost it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, he was even trying to be cautious.
He was. I thought he was going to collect Jersey.
Oh my goodness, that was so close. Let's look at his steering input here.
I'm going to look at his braking input too.
Yeah, they are next to each other. He brakes before Jersey does. Was it that
downshift? It feels like it was that downshift. Maybe locked up the rears or just caused enough of a buck there. Wow, that is super aggressively dangerous. Oh, Pyro just got into Jersey at Indy, P4 and P5.
This is absolutely chaotic. Coming down, I love how all the drivers somehow come back together towards the end of the race.
Right?
We're going to serve that as penalty. Looks like Jersey is okay. Nasty did pick up damage in that incident. Let's see what happens here. Let's see. And on the back of Jersey, Pyro on the back of Jersey as they come in. And just can't get it slowed down. And oof. Good that Jersey didn't completely lose it. Pyro slowing down, letting Jersey go up ahead. Good sportsmanship there.
I wasn't paying attention to his braking inputs, but I wonder if he tried what I said, which was just carry speed through the kink, or at least not brake and then do all your braking later. But that was the option for real race cars with downforce and better brakes. The option for these cars is to slow down way before, especially with just what we've seen, all the weight transfer. The weight transfer is what's killing you. So you have to have that car settled before you attempt that corner. So you basically have to settle it down, start settling it down before the kink, and then by the time you come out of the kink, you need to be able to brake in a completely straight line. That's what you have to be able to do. Yep.
Shaggy, dominating here with the fastest lap of a 3:40.748, making it look easy. Plenty of tires, plenty of fuel. 2 laps to go. Sheldologist in P2. A little more wear and a little less fuel, but should make it to the end. Still a minute ahead of McNaughty, currently in P3. And it does look like Jersey is slowly closing that gap. It was 10 seconds earlier, now it's down to 9 seconds. So McNaughty's going to have to nurse those tires to the end, and you can see in the background, Nasty and Pyro still going at it, Lambo on Lambo.
Lambo on Lambo crime. We also have a pretty good battle for not last going. Left to pass you chasing down Slick. He's got slightly better tires than Slick, though, and they've got most of a lap to go. They just got out of Dunlop. And the left, right, like you said, coming out of it. Or is it right, left, right, left?
One of the two. Yeah, Slick is looking not great on the tire wear. And these two have been battling out for a while. They have been pretty tight together throughout this race. Which is, I'm sure they're having fun. Because, you know, when you're in last place, it's no fun. But you got somebody you're fighting with the whole time. It's quite enjoyable. But left to pass you with much better racing mediums as far as tire wear goes.
Yep. Pyro picked up another 1 second penalty somewhere, by the way. P5. So he's going to have to serve another 1 second, and he's going to lose a position to Nasty, more than likely. Nasty, who somehow still remains in P6. But Nasty is going to have to navigate Indy well to ensure that he can take that position.
Indeed, and also I just saw on my screen over here, Shaggy starting the final lap, but in his final sector picked up 3 seconds worth of penalties. Not going to hurt him overall, but not ideal. Shaggy on the final lap.
Hey, Josh is in P7 with a half-second penalty going 99 miles an hour down Indy. I don't see that he's on, I don't see that he's not paused. He's just going really slow.
He said something in the chat about engine failure. I don't know
how, or maybe pedals.
What his deal? I
don't see any.
We'll just have to wait till afterwards.
Input. I don't see any accelerator input. He's definitely slowing down even more now. I see steering input. Yeah, no brakes, no accelerator is what I'm seeing. So maybe pedal malfunction? Turn? Oh, he's getting off the line. Okay. I was like, did he lose the steering too?
There we go, as these guys are trying to get onto the final lap as well. McNaughty still with that podium position, but the gap is closing. 6 seconds now to Jersey. And oh my goodness, those left tires. If anybody can do it, McNaughty can. I believe in you, McNaughty.
You got it,
Hold
McNaughty.
on, buddy.
So Josh has just completely parked it out of the way, like kind of pulled it behind a wall. I think he's retired it.
Here we go. No more moment.
No more moment for Josh moment. From undefeated to last.
It happens to the best of them. And also look at Shaggy's fuel. That is a bit nerve-wracking. He's about to come up on Josh, though. You see Mr. Moment there pulled over and now has disappeared. Magic, apparently.
I was wondering when he was just gonna go to the pits. That's unfortunate.
Man, that front left is gone on McNaughty. You saw how wide he ran on that turn. Lucky not to pick up a penalty, but thankfully he doesn't have to do the 2 chicanes on this straight. But he does have to deal with the twins here in a minute.
He does, coming up on that first twin at the end of this, and that twin is a right-hander. But I think if he gets the braking right, he'll be fine. He's going to have to brake really hard and really early for it. The kink will be tough as well, so he's really got to start slowing down long before the kink.
And it's almost 2 seconds now between him and Jersey. They got over half a lap to go. This could be a battle for the podium. Pyro and McNaughty.
The problem with being a racer is that he's not going to want to slow down early for this.
Nope.
He needs to, but is he going to want to? Is he going to? Navigate
he is
the
a
kink
smart racer.
Oh, that's not the kink. He is. He is.
When you get caught up in the moment like that, as Shaggy, I mean, streets ahead, as they say.
Too much speed. Oh, yeah. He was carrying too much speed into it.
And McNaughty, oh no! Oh, McNaughty goes too deep. He couldn't handle it. That lets Jersey by.
I forgot the camera was on the winner. I was watching McNaughty. But yeah, here he does start braking fairly early, but I not early enough. And just isn't able to get it slowed down enough. Goes for the turn. That left rear is also gone, but not slowed up enough for the tires he's got. He's got no lefts.
There's PHG Sheldologist with a solid P2. Great run.
Well done.
And it looks like, I mean, they still got a ways to go. Pyro's right there. This is not over for the final podium and prize winners. Remember, the top 3 do get a prize from 4D Racewear. Big thanks to 4D Racewear. And look at that acceleration, Pyro. He's going to go for it. Jersey doesn't go defensive. There's nothing he can do. Pyro gets ahead, but now here's where it gets tricky in that Lamborghini. The back end's going to want to step out. You can see it losing a bit of the tail there, and this is where a lot of drivers have been getting penalties. A penalty at the end of the race could ruin it. Now Jersey catching back up. There's not really very good overtaking here. He's going to have to rely on Pyro to make a mistake. The back end wagging out.
Right there.
Jersey touching the grass, but keeps it on track. Pyro's going to have the inside for the chicane. Jersey cuts back. Pyro's going to go defensive. 2 chicanes left. A little bit quicker one. Jersey going for the outside. Oh,
did we just see this last race?
Oh my goodness. Can they keep it? No,
get out of there.
Jersey goes. Pyro losing it a little bit. Oh no, and a penalty.
Oh.
A 2-second penalty from Jersey, giving Pyro P3. Wow.
Well, that'll do
it. What a finish for the podium. Good hard racing for both drivers.
I think we saw Jersey try that same move in the last lap of the last race. I can't remember who he was racing against. Was it Pyro? No. It was somebody in an Alpha.
Yeah.
It was somebody in Alpha. But yeah, that time he got a nudge and it didn't work. And this time I think it just didn't work. It just wasn't the room.
It just wasn't in the cards.
Did Left just pick up a 2-second penalty?
To like add to a 0.5? Off the track.
Oh no, Slick. They were battling.
No grip on that left rear. There's nothing left. I mean, no wonder the back end just steps out.
Interesting that this left tire issue seems to only be affecting alphas. It's McNaughty and Slick. Okay, well, just those two people.
Yeah, it's a weight issue, I'm sure. So Shaggy up to P1. He started P2. Sheldo started P1, so he dropped back one. I mean, for the most part, drivers kind of stayed where they were. Josh had an impressive go at it, but couldn't quite bring it together. Tati, will you take us through our final race results?
Sure thing. Here are the results of an incredibly interesting race. Top 3, no surprise, or top 2, Shaggy Doo in the Gallardo, PhD Sheldologist also in the Gallardo, and Pyro also in the Gallardo in 3rd place. That's first, second, and third, by the way, respectively. PhD Jersey in the 430 in 4th place. In 5th place, we've got PhD Nasty also in the Gallardo, and then in 6th we got McNaughty in the Giulia. Heroic effort, but them left tires just we're not his friends. In 7th place, you got VIP Left to Pass for you in the 430. In 8th, PhD Slick in a Giulia. In 9th place, we're looking at VHR Fernando, also in a Giulia. In 10th, Rowdy. And in 11th, PhD Josh Moment, also in Giulia's, who DNF.